All right, so today is April the 14th, yay! And I'm gonna do the combo that we learned this week for you from the front and from the back as per usual. And then the bonus move. Let me do it from the back. So the beginning is fairly simple. We just used the roll up technique. You can make this as magical as you want, but I'm placing the ball of my foot on the hoop. If you don't like the roll up technique, you can always use this one where you just put it on the top and then gently step on it. But I'm gonna use the roll up technique. So I'm pushing down and then I'm gonna roll back so that the hoop comes towards me, just like so. And add a little magic to it if you want. Or struggle. I like to pretend I'm struggling. And now I'm gonna shove my hands in so that it comes to just above maybe the wrist. And then as I stand up, I'm gonna bring my hands in towards my body and use the side of my fist to roll it over my head, pushing down. And then I'm gonna bring my fists up to my head, place it up there. You can dance around here. And then I'm gonna bring my elbows through. You can bring one arm out at a time, it's up to you. Then I'm gonna just throw my head back so that the hoop falls onto my arms. To get into the next thing, which is the wedgie, we're gonna let it come down just a little bit, unless you're super flexible, but I'm not. So we're gonna let it come down a little bit, take our left leg and put it through the hoop. You can make that as slow and fun as you want, or you can bring it all the way down, step in a little more gently, and then lift the hoop back up so that the hoop is resting on your left thigh and allows you to go into a wedgie from here. So once I remove my arms, the hoop is gonna go down, and because I'm applying pressure with this right leg, my hoop is gonna go to the right. So I'm gonna let it fall, and then I'm gonna push that right knee out to the side as I'm creating tension between my thighs, like I'm making a Play-Doh snake. We've talked about that before. After I'm, satisfied with doing a few wedgies here, we're gonna do the kick up. So a couple of tips on the kick up. Remember, it's the same motion to the side, but releasing the tension between your legs. Also, bringing your foot towards the back of your knee. To start from, a static position for a wedgie, you take the hoop, put it over top of your thigh, and the opposite leg comes around the side of the hoop and then back through the hoop, and then you're gonna place your toe down, really leaning into that right leg or that right foot if you're on your left toes. So I'm pushing down and pushing the hoop back, feeling the tension here. It's making contact with the side of my leg, my ankle. This is what it looks like from the side. Whoops. From the front, okay? When I'm ready to go into the wedgie kick up, I'm gonna go full flamingo, and I'm gonna try to dip my foot into the hoop. So here you can try to do this motion with your hand, sending it over and bringing your foot close to your body, and then just bring it into the hoop. So that's what's happening in slow motion. Now you're gonna send it to the side and step in, okay? So you don't have to worry about your trajectory right away. So the difference between these two, remember, pushing my thighs together, and when I'm ready, I'm gonna send my knee up a little bit more and bring my foot towards the back of my leg. Then we're gonna learn how to catch the hoop like this. So if you need to practice your wedgie kick-ups, feel free to just practice it and catch it in front of you, because you can do lots of stuff from there. But once you get your wedgie kick-up and you're feeling pretty good about it, you wanna go for about here. And then we're gonna catch it like so. It's resting on these points. And we're gonna go into this kind of contact shoulder roll thing. So my hands are out front here, and then the other point B, let's say this is point A, and this is point B. So my hands are down here and up here. If I am holding the hoop here, I'm gonna use well, you can actually do this with holding first. You can use your left, release with your right, and bring it down to point B, and meet with your right in point B. Then you're gonna bring it up to point A with your right, and meet it there with your left. Boom, boom. Now I'd like you to try to roll it off of your hips and pelvis, just like you're doing a coin roll, okay? But without touching it. So you can do this for now while you're holding it, and try to visualize it rolling just like a coin roll and returning to point A and point B. And then you're gonna use no contact, no hands, no palms, a contact method using like the sides of your hands and your forearms, okay? So here we're gonna bring it down to point B, and we're gonna meet it with the right hand right away, because we need to apply pressure to hold it here. Then once we're ready to bring it up to point A, that's a little trickier. So we really want to almost use that downwards motion of the left arm to pop it up into that position. Because if we try to bring it up to that position, stupid gravity takes over. So from here, we're going to push down with the left so that we can return to point A with a little bit more ease. Bring it down, that's just a little bit easier, and up. And once you start to get this a little more fluidly, this point B to point A is gonna be less, like you're not gonna need to, right, send it back at all. But just follow this path here, you should be good. Try to avoid this motion. We don't want to follow it around. It's all in the contact points and returning to these point A and point B positions, okay? So once we are in point B, we're gonna start thinking about coming up to point A, but instead of our left hand meeting us here, we're going to bring the left arm out over the top of the hoop, wrap it under the hoop, and then chop into the side and pull it out to here. So this can be your finishing point here. And I'm gonna just quickly add the bonus move, which involves a little bit of finesse here. So when we're here in this position, we're going to then we're gonna kind of like squeeze the hoop in between these 2 points, and I'm gonna bring my hand towards my chest. And when you do that, or like your left shoulder, when you do that, the hoop is gonna wanna fly over your head. So just be careful. You know, you might wanna make yourself small depending on the size of your hoop. And now you're gonna be in this wheel plane position, which allows you to super, super awkwardly get into what I call the Baxter weave. I'm gonna show you from the side. So this is what's happening. You're basically making an arc so that you can go into that Baxter weave. I'm letting it stop here at the side. And then I'm gonna go up and across. Let me show you from the front. So I'm sending my elbow up and I'm sending my arm across. Swinging it up, and then you can go into, if you already know this move, the Baxter weave as I call it. I don't know what else to call it. Contact weave? Weave toss? Toss weave? Anyway, if you have any other questions, feel free to contact me and we can work on them together. So thanks for coming out.